Kane Hodder as Victor Crowley in Hatchet 2006. Let's do it. Hatchet 2006.
Oh man, got a banger of a cast. I'm talking like three
Dude, yes.
of the easily classified Scream Kings. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Like
yeah.
three
Horror icons, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, since the like 80s, 90s, hands down. Like, if any horror fan worth their salt knows these three guys, Robert Englund, Tony Todd, Kane Hodder.
Right.
Like,
real quick, sorry we missed last week. This guy got married. We had to go out to Utah. So I took the camera. It died. It didn't work.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a shame because we got to watch this movie in like a nice theater setup. Oh, it was beautiful.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, back to Hatchet. When a group of tourists in a New Orleans haunted swamp tour find themselves stranded in the wilderness, their evening of fun and spooks turns into a horrific nightmare. Director and writer Adam Green. He did the Frozen 2010 where they're trapped on the
ski lift.
The ski lift.
Yep. My sister watched that. She said she liked it.
And then Friday the 13th, the game. He was a writer for the game of Friday the 13th.
And Kane Hodder did all the motion capture for the Jason kills.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they got him. They they kickstarted it for a budget to get Kane Hodder, and they got the budget, and they actually exceeded the budget, and so they booked the studio, and they got all the kills done in a reasonable amount of time, and they're like, okay, what? And still had time left, and they're like, okay, what now? And Kane Hodder, I guess, was like, I got some ideas if you want to just keep putting in some more kills. They're like, okay, do it. Yeah.
It stars Kane Hodder as Victor Crowley.
As well as Crowley's dad.
Yes. Okay.
We'll
get into that in the movie. We'll kind of explain what's going on there.
Kane freaking Hodder.
Geez, he was in Jason.
Dude, he's the most memorable Jason. I think anyone that I think that's what
it's
a lot
true.
Of people
Name another Jason. I can't.
Our boss can.
That's true. He can.
Yeah, but he's cinephile.
He's really into.
But I mean,
movies.
I just like Kane Hodder because to me, he's Jason. Look at him. Look at his build.
Right.
Like I've never seen anyone else like.
So he did The New Blood.
Mm-hmm.
He did Takes Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
Yeah. So I think he played Jason the most.
Probably.
Maybe.
Right.
Well, there's 12 films. 4
I love Jason
out of
X.
12. So it's
bad, but I love it.
Right. It's a fairly safe bet. I mean, not just that, but he played and Ed. I always butcher his last name. Is it Gein? Gein?
I think it's Gein.
Gein, yeah. He played Ed Gein in a fictional film.
I saw that movie, and it's a low budget. You can see a Ford Aerostar in the background behind him when he's talking on the street because they couldn't clear the street because they didn't have the budget.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad film. The part I just thought was hilarious. They got freaking Kane Hodder to play the Butcher of Gainesville. And it's like, if you know anything about this dude, that he's literally built the exact opposite of Ed.
Right. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They did it for the effect he has on film.
Oh, yeah.
He has a presence on film.
He does. I mean, talented individual.
Ed Gein was a scrawny little guy, yeah.
Yeah. And then, I think he also played
I'm thinking of Fish. Albert Fish.
They were both scrawny little
okay.
dudes. I mean, most serial killers, actually, when you think about it, were kind of on the scrawny side.
You got something to prove. All right.
Yeah. And I think he also starred in a Wishmaster film.
Starred or just was in it?
No, and I think they got a lot of the Wishmaster films. I think they got a number of horror icons to play bit parts in it.
That does sound familiar. Yes.
Yeah. Which is the reason why I enjoyed him.
Joel David Moore plays Ben. He was in the Avatar movies.
Oh yeah, I watched him.
I know him best from Dodgeball.
Oh.
And Julia X, which was not a big budget. It's on Tubi. You can go check it
porno?
out. No.
It sounds like a porno.
I haven't seen it, but the name alone tells me it's like a ripoff of
Jason.
Pearl. Those movies.
A Mockbuster.
I have no idea. Don't quote me. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. Like the studio that did Sharknado, like their specialty is mockbusters.
Right. Yeah, I know there's studios that specifically. I mean, Sci-Fi Channel does.
Oh yeah,
That's their bread and butter.
Lavalanche.
Dion Richmond as Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Now we were talking about him at your wedding. He not another teen movie.
Yeah,
He's
I
the
swear
token black
he wears
guy.
that
Not
exact
another.
same jacket in Not Another Team. In fact, no, I'm gonna
It
look it
looked
up.
very familiar. That's true. He was also in Scream 3.
He
And
was
then,
in Scream 3?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He played the Randy, like the slash, or the stab Randy.
You'd know better than me.
Yeah.
You know the Scream movies.
Scream is my bed and butter. Mhm.
But also, Psych, Season 8, Episode 10. I think it's the second to last episode of the series that he's in. Mercedes McNabb as Misty. Now, I know who Mercedes McNabb. We talked about this also. Mercedes McNabb she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. That's where I know her best from.
Same.
A lot of folks I'd go
I
with.
binge watched both those series front to back, like a number, almost as much as I've watched Psych. Almost.
Oh, well, are you serious? When I was a teenager, I did.
Like, okay, Buffy not as much. Angel, yeah, I would say dollars to donuts. I have seen Angel just as much as I've seen Psych.
Oh, okay, I've only seen Angel one time through.
Yeah, I
I've seen
love
Buffy
Angel.
multiple times, but yeah.
Buffy wasn't bad, but I loved Angel. I thought it was better. And Spike Marsters.
James Marsters as Spike, you mean? Yeah,
He is Spike, okay?
he is. It's true.
James
But-
Spike Marsters.
If you're my age, got some gray hair coming in, you'd know Mercedes McNabb from Addams Family Values. And she made an appearance in the first Addams
Yeah.
Family also, from the early 90s.
Yeah, she played the Girl Scout in the first one.
Right.
And then she made
She was the bitch girl at the
Yeah.
camp in part 2.
I want to say Meredith.
Something
I
like
don't know.
that.
Like, I just assumed for some reason.
But she was also in it. She was also in the Psych episode.
Really?
We had to do a cut. The Daredevil episode of season 3, episode 3.
Where the guy was...
It's the Daredevil. He was trying to kill himself to get the insurance to help his family, but he was a daredevil kind of thing.
Because of his and the way his insurance was, only way he could get a massive payout is if he died doing a stunt.
Yeah, exactly. Amara Zaragoza as Mary Beth Dunstan, and I don't recall hearing her last name in the movie. Mary Beth is what I always heard. She did mostly TV.
Yeah, she was replaced by Daniel Harris in the sequel, wasn't she?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and
But she was also in Frozen, 2010.
Let it go. Oh wait, no, that other.
The ski lift, the good Frozen.
Yeah, exactly, the good one. So every time I hear Frozen, that's sad that's such a knee-jerk reaction, and also it's one of those titles. The original horror Frozen is overshadowed.
Yeah.
Overshadowed.
Yeah, it's
by
overshadowed.
By the Disney one. Just like trying to find that one horror movie, May, is really hard because
with Anna Faris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Oh, fantastic film. I think that one's also on
It's
TV.
such a common word; it's hard to find. Yeah,
And if you Google May and then like that year, it's just going to pull up like articles for May of the year.
of that year. Yeah,
Yeah. So I have, yeah.
you got to get specific.
Good movie.
Robert Englund as Samson.
And if you
I don't
know
even
who-
have movie names.
You don't need movie
need 'em.
names because Robert Englund is Robert freaking Englund.
Right.
I mean, he is Freddy.
He's Freddy.
Like he's played Freddy. I think he is.
Name a movie that's not Freddy with Robert Englund. Come on, let's see
easy.
your chops.
Strangeland.
He was in Strangeland.
Yeah, the one with D. Snyder.
Yeah, I know what you're. I saw it in theaters twice.
Yeah, he played a bit role in Strangeland, and because D. Snyder is actually a huge Freddy Krueger fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why when he falls from the tree, going, "Whoa, what a rush!" He was actually directly referencing one of his favorite Nightmare on Elm Street films.
Oh,
apparently.
okay.
And he's been trying to get
I haven't seen
Strangeland
it
2 off the
since
ground.
theaters, actually.
Oh, dude, I hunted down and I got a physical copy to add to my collection because I love
really
Twisted
wanna do that.
Sister. I love Twisted Sister.
I have a
Love
lot of
Robert
memories.
Englund. Love D. Snyder.
I have a lot of weird memories with that movie, with
it's-
the relationship I was in at the time.
Oh,
was-
Anne Boleyn.
Oh, it was fun.
Did she want you to get Anne Boleyn?
Ramalam?
Amberland.
Amber lamps?
Amberland. Actually, that was anytime I was, Black Betty, Amberland. I hear Amberland and I think of Strangeland because he was going to forcibly give someone an Amberland piercing, which is a piercing through the tip of the male penis.
Wiener.
Yeah, sideways, like that. And apparently, and he had this whole like trivia, like historical thing about the Amberland, and I'm like,
okay.
Don't touch my penis.
Yeah, what?
Don't touch my penis, D. Snyder.
Let me give you an off the top of my head, because I don't have anything written here for
He was
for
also
Robert
one
Englund.
I think called Incubus.
I believe you.
Yeah, sorry.
2001 Maniacs. It's the sequel.
Sequel slash
To the
requel.
2000 Maniacs, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
Sequel, requel, whatever.
Yeah,
Because they made a sequel to that, like 2002 Maniacs.
Yeah, he played in both of
and he
those.
is right on the cover. His face.
With the Union flag eye patch.
Yep.
That's half the reason I watched that film too. Also because it was based off of a film by Herschel Gordon Lewis, Herschel Gordon Lewis, the godfather of splatter.
I love him.
Yeah. He was also nicknamed the Wizard of Gore, which was the name of one of his movies.
That's true. Yeah. Tony Todd. Epic. Candyman.
Exactly.
The guy was Candyman.
Yeah.
I don't even want to watch the new one because the guy nailed it with Candyman.
Oh, yeah. He makes a bit appearance in the new one, and the new one actually expands on the lore, and it was actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
Honestly, I could go on an entire
I'd rather
thing
watch
about
the
that
early
one.
90s one.
Well, same.
But he was in a Psych episode.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have it written down, but I know off the top because I just rewatched Psych.
He was also in, I want to say, Wishmaster.
I wouldn't be. Oh, I see him all over the place.
Yeah. He's also known probably as the coroner from the Final Destination films.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm racking my. I've seen them. I don't know. Only the deaths were memorable.
No, he plays a bit part. He was a coroner.
Yeah. Okay.
He probably had the most screen time in the prequel Final Destination because instead of a coroner, he was an ambulance driver. He was an EMT.
Okay.
So, yeah.
He does a lot of cameos, bit parts, things like that. It's like, it's Tony Todd kind of thing. And that's kind of what happens in this movie, too. He has one scene that's like 60 seconds long.
Yeah.
Same with Robert Englund.
I mean, they're making so much money. I think that's all they really need to do here and there just for shits and giggles.
But you also have to wonder, okay, what was the budget of the movie? Because if the movie's like, okay, we can't afford you for a 2-day shoot. Let's do 1 day. Let's get what we can.
And
your character's going to die, sorry.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it, they're going to be like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lot of them are just kind of like, you know what, I make enough money, like, just make me an offer.
Yeah, the residuals and everything, because they've been working. It's not like they had their big movies, and then they've been consistently working.
And they just like doing it probably, so like, just make me an offer and okay, we'll work something out. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it, because you don't hear anything bad about Tony Todd or Robert Englund.
Yeah, it's true.
Or Kane Hodder.
Good. I don't want to hear anything bad.
Yeah, exactly. If you post anything in the comments bad, I swear I will hunt you down and mail you a fart in a jar.
So I said that one of them dies early. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
It opens with Robert Englund and a guy on a boat in a swamp.
I'm on a boat and we're in a swamp and...
In a swamp. Guy's taking a leak. And Robert Englund is just being a dick to him. And this is the guy's dad.
He's just being a total asshole.
Just
calling
him
like a stereotypical redneck too.
Yeah.
I swear he's chewing. Just like...
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
And you're sitting here like... Your sister's got more balls than you do.
What, you gotta sit down to take a piss when he gets out of the boat to go pee or something like that?
Yeah.
It's good.
He's a diverse actor.
So the guy hops out of the boat to go take a leak. Comes back. Finds Robert Englund gutted.
Mm-hmm.
And then gets ripped in half. This is awesome. Okay, the special effects in this movie. Chef's kiss.
Oh, yes. I'm talking because the CGI is practically non-existent.
Right.
And
I don't think I didn't notice any off the top. Maybe some of the fire.
And it was probably to fine-tune it and, clean it up a little bit.
Right.
I won't be surprised if they did that, which is common.
But I think the fire was natural.
Yeah.
Because We'll get to it, but when Kane Hodder is kicking at the door, that looked like real fire, and his leg was going over it.
Yeah, he's he's a stuntman through and through also. Like, that's where he got started.
Right.
In fact, the scars on his neck, because of a stunt that I guess went wrong, and it strangulated him.
Oh, I wonder what the story is on that.
And I guess...
we'll get to Kane Hodder when we get to the... his backstory and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully, somebody watched our last episode of the Jason Kills. It wasn't Kane Hodder, but we're going to get to the Kane Hodder ones. Hopefully you watch those.
Freaking Hodder.
Or go back and watch that, the Jason, or Friday the 13th. Yes, I know, it's just easier to say Jason.
Yeah.
Those kills from 1 through 3. So go check that video out if you haven't seen
F13.
it. FT Friday
FT13?
the 13th. Yeah, FT13. Yeah. I don't know, that's weird too. Anyways, guy gets ripped in half, and he's like, it hurts. That cracked me up when he said that. I'm going to love this movie.
It's equal parts, like, it's a horror movie through and through, but it's got just the right amount of comedic elements sprinkled through.
Yeah.
To, especially if you're a slasher fan. Like,
this is a slasher's dream. Mm-hmm. I love this movie.
It's like if they took the freaking...
Slasher fan's dream. Sorry. Yeah. Slasher fan's dream.
Yeah, it's... Oh, yeah, slasher fans.
Right.
We're not slashers.
The whole.
Right? But, yeah, I mean, especially because, like, I mean, this is like if they took the freaking Scream movies and cranked the kills up to 11.
Okay.
The comedy, like,
elements. No, I got you. Yeah,
and then they geared it more towards... Because, Scream's more of a comedy series than a...
Sure.
Yeah. I'm only saying that because... Yeah. Anyways.
Let's party in New Orleans. There's titties flopping. Beers drinking. Mardi Gras. We meet Marcus and Ben. Ben's over the partying. He had a breakup with a girlfriend. He's like, whatever. They visit a voodoo shop to do a haunted swamp tour. Tony Todd, baby. Yeah. Tony Todd.
That was pretty much just like, what the hell do you boys want?
He's having fun with this role.
Oh, yeah.
He knows I'm only here for this segment, this shot. I'm going to have fun with it. Yeah. You can tell the way his delivery is. I like that. I like saying
Tony Todd is just... it's Tony freaking Todd.
And it's Tony Todd. His presence is very get out of my way. That kind of presence.
I mean, he's what? Like, he's just almost as tall as Kane Hodder almost. If not, like, he's just tall. He's like 6'12", I swear. I'm looking it up.
6'12". I believe it. Can't take him on tour. Doesn't do tours anymore.
Yeah.
And then we get to see a random girl throwing up in the street for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, he's 6'5".
Because it's Mardi Gras. 6'5". There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a random girl thrown up the street.
Yeah.
It's Mardi Gras. Why not? We're having fun with this movie. Marcus does...
Oh, yeah. Kane Hodder's 6'2".
Okay, so I got a riff track reference for you. Riff tracks. Marcus does a ladies to the girls thrown up. So if you watch riff tracks, you'll get the ladies thing. You'll get that.
Ladies.
So they try a new haunted tour place.
Yeah.
So we got Mercedes McNabb. Who's the other one? I don't think I had her on my list.
Oh, no, just some other lady lesing out with her for a film.
Yeah, they're doing Bayou Beavers, and they're topless, shaking their titties, and that sort of thing. It's like Girls Gone Wild, that style of thing.
Yeah, but in the bayou.
So
I mean, it's better than Swamp Asses.
Growing up, watching...
That was my idea, Swamp Asses, but it didn't take off, and I lost a lot of money.
This was awesome to me. Growing up watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel as a teenager, seeing Mercedes McNabb in that. And then suddenly I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, there's her tits.
Yeah, her tits.
That's neat. That's great.
Right.
I like that.
It's like growing up, like, I remember her when I was a child, too. I watched her grow up into a fine young lady, too. I watched her show her titties.
I'm reaching into my memory right now, and I want to say Buffy started in 94 to 96, somewhere in there.
We're talking about the TV show or the movie?
TV show. It went for 8 seasons, I think. And but Mercedes McNabb was only in the high school seasons. She might have done a cameo because she went over to Angel.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. So.
97.
It started in 97?
It started in 97.
Okay, so.
Angel started in 99.
And this is 06. So she's fresh off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. That kind of tells me she couldn't get work. She hadn't shown them until this point, I don't think.
That's usually what happens when a star goes to being,
I don't know if she's typecast because of she like typecast as vampire. She wasn't like a huge role in those shows. She was kind of the ditzy blonde vampire, comedic relief kind of thing. I don't know, kind of how Cordelia was in Buffy. She was that to Angel in like the first season or two, something like that.
Yeah, well, Cordelia ended up breaking out of that role and becoming
She did.
more.
In Angel, she did.
Yeah.
But in Buffy, she was kind of the bitchy, it's funny kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know. She ended up quitting acting in 2011. She married someone really rich.
2001.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So she had 5 years with probably can't.
Yeah, and then around
short
22
roles.
to 23, 2002 to like 02 to 03, I think.
I don't know why I'm so invested in Mercedes McNabb. I think it's because I watched a lot of those shows.
Same.
In the 90s. So
I loved
in the early 2000s.
Angel.
I'll say I love Buffy. So there we go.
Yeah.
My mom really liked Angel. She thought David Boreanaz was hot. So.
I mean, he's got that. What's that? Smolder.
Yeah. I think we just went on a tangent about Mercedes McNabb, Buffy, and Angel.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Well,
Let's get back to the movie.
Dude, Sarah Michelle Gellar also.
That's true. Yeah.
Allison Hannigan.
Yeah.
I think I hit puberty when I hit early puberty when
Nicholas
I started
Brendan.
watching. Yeah,
He's in a really cool.
Angel and Buffy. It was the freaking women.
Okay, another tangent. Nicholas Brendan is in a really cool 1950s throwback movie to monsters, a monster movie from the 1950s. It's called Psycho Beach Party. It's awesome.
Okay, I'd watch it.
Just saying. Okay, so they got the titties. They got in the bus, and Richard, how do you pronounce his last name? Riley.
Yeah.
Rayleigh appearance. Everyone knows this guy's face, but he's never a main character.
Yeah.
He was in
Riley
Casino.
Rayleigh.
He was in Deuce Bigelow.
Oh yeah.
Office Space. I know him best from Office Space.
I mean, he always plays those background characters like really well. I mean,
He does like a good comedy.
He's an A-list like B-lister.
Yeah, I'll put him as that. That's good. I like that.
So
A-list B-lister.
Yeah.
He's the top of the B-list.
Yeah, he is.
They get on the boat. They head into the swamp. Guy telling stories. Asian guy.
Yeah.
Because that comes into play later. Boat gets stuck and it starts raining. Mm-hmm. Boat starts sinking, so they got to bail.
Right.
Richard Riley.
With constant shots of random titties.
That's true.
From McNabb and
the other girl.
Mick Nolan.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
No,
I can't
she
remember
did
her name.
TV, but it was nothing. It's just been walk-ons. That sort of thing.
Well, when you grew up, literally, like we
She was
did
working
with McNabb, you know.
No, absolutely. McNabb takes it over. Richard climbs out of the boat and is bitten by a gator.
Oh yeah.
Mary Beth shoots the gator because apparently Mary Beth
has a gun. Mary's got a gun.
Yeah, but she.
Slight reference to not another teen movie.
That's true. Yeah, I get it. Janie's got a gun. Everybody runs. That's great.
I'm sorry. Just a quick side note. I cannot see Chris Evans the same way again after watching that movie and then going to see him
with the whipped cream.
Yeah,
and he's got
it turns around and it's got the freaking banana sticking out his
ass.
ass.
Okay, not another teen movie. If you've never seen it, you're missing out. You should watch it. Go watch it.
His comedic chops are fantastic.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved him in
and everyone thinks
Scott
of
Pilgrim.
Marvel now and all that. Yeah.
Honestly, then the Deadpool movie that he did, he got
stuff.
back to it. Like, he was funny.
I'm tired of superheroes.
Yeah, well, Deadpool's different.
Deadpool's different.
Deadpool is the
That's
exception.
True.
I love Deadpool. I love Ryan Reynolds.
I'm wearing a Deadpool shirt. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I went on a small tangent there. No, seriously, Ryan Reynolds, I love you.
I'll hook you up. Right. Okay, we need to move on. This might be stretching. We've been doing a lot of tangents.
Yeah. Well, there's so many just like.
So Mary Beth brought a gun because she's looking for her dad and brother.
Yeah.
Who are Robert Englund and the guy from the beginning who were killed. She doesn't know that
has
yet.
to pee sitting down.
Right. Everyone's wondering why she has a gun. She's like, it's in Louis. Oh wait, no. Here's me thinking, why is everyone wondering why she has a gun? It's Louisiana. It's the swamp. Come on, who wouldn't bring a gun to that?
I mean, personally, especially if you're on a boat and there's gators in the swamp, I'm assuming she has like a 9mm 45. I'd bring a.
I was gonna say when we go hiking, we bring guns.
Yeah, I bring a 45, and
we
I also
live in
bring
bear and mountain lion country.
Yeah, and I bring a 44 because in case the 45 ain't gonna cut it, you need something to really punch through those hides. Like I don't know, if I was in Louisiana, yeah, I'd probably also be carrying a 44 because I'm pretty sure gator hide is thick AF.
It is thick, yeah, that's true.
Like a nice ass.
Yeah.
Or Mercedes McNabb's titties. Anyways.
So
How I brought it back around there.
So the tour guide gave a half-assed Victor Crowley story.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, "This isn't it. That's not what happened." So now we get the real Victor Crowley story from her.
The true.
Yeah.
Cloud Atlas reference.
We get the real Victor Crowley story now from Mary Beth. And then they heard, geez, it's been a week since I've done that. Doesn't make sense at all what I wrote. They heard Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he said that, right? Victor Crowley said that? Or that's what he's known to say?
Yeah, because he's looking for his daddy.
Right, okay. Oh, we're straight to the killer now.
Oh, yeah.
Victor Crowley comes out, hacks his way. Okay, this is awesome.
He, like, straight up just, as soon as he hits the screen, like, and
he's killing.
Like, yeah, this is like borderline Gorno. This is a Gorno.
Is it?
Like, I mean, with the special effects kills and everything, like, this is like the slasher equivalent of Saw. Because of,
I
like,
guess.
the kills.
This is what I want to see in a slasher.
Yeah, all in the special effects. Honestly.
It's great. I love it. I mean, call it what you want. I just like the kills.
Oh, same.
And Crowley's coming out swinging.
Oh.
So Richard Riley, the guy who from The Office, hits him in the shoulder and just cuts down.
Like,
it's awesome. And then he takes Richard's wife's face, and does the whole rip thing from the jaw. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
Like that scene in Mirrors, only better.
Okay.
Have you not seen Mirrors?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen this done before in other movies. It's just not memorable. This is memorable.
This one was the best, hands down.
Yeah, I think it was great. Mary Beth shoots him.
Yeah.
And then they, we got him or whatever. Camera guy's on the run. Crowley twists his head off.
Like literally
twisting. It's awesome.
And then
the group finds that guy's body.
Turns out he's not even
he is not a producer of films.
That thing. Yeah, no.
Titty films.
He just uses it to get his own private collection.
Yeah.
Which I tried to do with Swamp Asses.
And then Marcus was like, "That's a good idea."
And honestly, I was like, "Yeah, no, that's brilliant."
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "Yeah," but I also am too nice to take advantage of women like that.
So they went in a circle.
Perfect.
The group goes in a circle, and they end up back at Crowley's house. Mary Beth finds her missing dad and brother dead in the barn, and she's crying.
Dead. Yeah.
The old bait and switch. Okay. So remember I was like, oh, they see him, they think he's in there, that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah.
Because I watched it, and then we watched it in this theater, like a home.
Like a nice-ass home theater.
It was nice.
Oh, man.
There was recliner chairs, like, set up on levels, and this guy rented a fancy place for his wedding. So we watched Hatchet in this place.
Hey, man, cash rules everything around me. Cream.
It was great.
Dollar bill, y'all.
So, the bait and switch. They got something going on the left side of the screen. Wait, can't see my arm. Something's going on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, and then you hear meow or something like that.
There's like a cat or something in the bush. And eventually they turn around, and Crowley just jumps in from the right side.
Oh,
of the
not
screen.
even it was a perfectly done jump scare because they didn't really use the music to for Crowley to jump out. They used it to
that's not my issue with
you.
I don't have it. It's not an issue. Yeah. It's I knew he was coming.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh okay, they're setting this up. This is gonna be fun. I knew it was gonna be a fun setup for people who know what happens in slasher movies and that sort of thing.
Exactly. But I mean, it was a great misdirection. It was a classic.
Yeah.
Use of old school
style. It was
style.
fun. It's a fun way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got some comedic with Marcus going to get the cat and being scared and that sort of thing. Yeah.
I'll get you, kitty. Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
and he's got a belt sander.
Yeah,
a
takes
belt
it to
sander.
other lady's face.
And he just shoves it on her face. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, and she doesn't even die, the poor bitch.
Uh-uh.
I'm sorry, it doesn't matter your gender. You get belt sanded to the face and you're still crawling around bleeding to death. You're a poor bitch.
Well, that's the thing. The tour guide is confronting Crowley right now, and you see her crawling behind the scene of them two talking, like with like blah, her jaw's gone and that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it's a belt freaking sander to the face.
And then Crowley knocks off the tour guide's leg.
Yeah.
And chops his head off with a shovel. When he's on the ground, he does that, like, kind of pops it off and it goes rolling.
Yeah, and then
the girl who had her face on the belt, it shows a close-up of her face. Beautiful. Beautiful work.
Yes.
She's crawling around. He impales her on the shovel handle he used to chop off the head
shoves it, picks her
of
up,
the tour guide.
and bangs her on the shovel.
It's so great.
Like, I'm going to use that as a term when anyone, like, just drops the, like, yeah, you're banning them. You know, like, bang to Batman.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah.
Banged her. He banged her on the shovel. It's actually a porno. We watched a porno. Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then this is the point where the group decides to fight back.
Yeah.
Half your group's dead.
Bad time. You should just run
any
out.
sign of threat, you should be fighting back.
Yeah.
But, anywho.
Shoot him in the dick.
Yeah.
That would have been my go-to.
That'll solve it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't care, unless you're like, I don't know, does he still have his dick? Is he a wraith? Is he a supernatural thing? I want to know his weaknesses.
I don't know. I would assume fire, but we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So, they find a
Jason
barn
Hodder.
or something. They're in a barn or a building of some sort.
Yeah.
Crowley throws a head and a torso, and it's Mercedes McNabb, Misty, because she's killed off screen, apparently. That's thrown at Ben. Crowley charges in, and they light him on fire with gasoline, and they throw a lighter at
bitch
him.
is on fire. Yeah.
I didn't turn off the AC. That sucks. All right. Anyways. And then the rain starts, and the guy's like, son of a bitch, are you kidding me? Why does the rain start?
Incapacitated Crowley.
It puts Crowley out.
Mr. Crowley.
And they run into a cemetery now, and we have 3 left. Marcus, Mary Beth, and Ben. Mm-hmm. Crowley shows up chasing them. This is Marcus's death. He gets his arms ripped off behind him.
Yeah.
And he picks up his body and smashes him into a tomb.
You know, just put Crowley in the new Mortal Kombat. Seriously.
Legit, yeah.
Do it.
I would play it. Heck yeah.
Right?
Great death. The arms ripping off and everything. Ben and Mary Beth are running.
I mean, he's fatalitying people left and right.
Yeah. And he's got his moves, like right here. A spear lands in Ben's foot. That's just a move. He throws the spear.
Yeah. Like he ripped off one of the posts from the cemetery, yeah.
Yeah, and Mary Beth is like, all right, you need to bend it forward because Crowley's charging at them right now.
Yeah.
And he bends the spear forward, and Crowley runs right onto the spear for some reason.
Yeah.
So
he plays the big...
That stops him for a second.
Doesn't he also puke in Ben's mouth?
Yeah. He spits out blood.
No, like earlier. I swear. He
does. Earlier he does. Yeah, he's on top of Ben.
Yeah, so poor Ben is just getting all the fluids.
Ben's getting the fluids. That's true.
I would have gotten tested after this because you never know what kind of weird...
You don't know. Yeah, you hobble off. They hobble off.
STD he might have. SSTD.
Yes. And
find... That'd still be an STD. Supernaturally transmitted disease.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sure. They hobble off, find Mary Beth's daddy's boat. Because she says, it's my daddy's boat.
Yeah. Get on.
They sail down the river. Crowley pops out of the water. Surprise.
And this is Jason, anyone?
Yeah, ode to Jason. That's the first thing I thought. And pulls Mary Beth into the water.
Yeah.
Ben's hand, she's like trapped.
Yeah, and
her legs are trapped in like weeds or something. Some sort of water plant. Exactly. And Ben's hand reaches down to grab her. She grabs it, pulls up, and it's Victor Crowley holding Ben's arm because he ripped it off. But Ben's alive in the boat. And I love this ending.
Oh, yeah.
Great ending.
Right.
She's screaming. He's holding her.
Sets it up for a sequel.
She's screaming black. Cuts to black.
Yeah. You could tell what they wanted. You could tell what they did. And honestly, Not gonna lie, when I first watched this, I wasn't a fan of it because I was like, I didn't back. I was a kid when this came out. This came out 2006.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in high school, and I was a little jaded. And I'm like, it just cuts to black. Like, this is stupid. I wanted an ending. I also
Right.
didn't
That
like,
makes you want a sequel.
yeah. But now as like an adult, I'm like, yeah, no, like I dig it because it's just like what, like it leaves you. It's a classic. Like for a modern, like, well, at the time when it came out, modern film, it was very much had a lot of like homage to the class, kind of like how In a Violent Nature is now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know? So it's a homage to those films, those slashers of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Seasons change, time passes by.
This is one of my. I would watch this multiple times. I would watch this movie multiple times. I would give this out of a 10. I'll just go a solid 8.
You know, I'd give it an 8 too.
Yeah.
Just especially because
No CGI, special effects. You got Tony Todd. You got Robert Englund, Kane Hodder, Mercedes McNabb.
a lot of like it's got a lot of horror icons combined with a lot of those stars that you're like, hey, I know that dude. Hey, I know that chick. I know these people.
Richard Riley. I know that dude.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I know these people, and then like the
Marcus.
kills.
I know that guy. Psych, of course. You know,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
I like the kills are inventive. Like the Crowley is he's one of those like B slashers that, you know what I mean. He's not quite as famous as the big ones like Jason, Freddy.
It was 06. It didn't have the marketing budget.
Plus, unfortunately, I think any new slasher outside of
It's got 3 sequels though.
oh yeah,
So it did well. People know it. It did well enough to warrant a part 2, part 3, and part 4 is called Victor Crowley.
oh yeah, it's one of those films. I think it's like even non-slasher fans know of like Jason and that, but like
That's true. Everyone knows
this is one of those like if you're a
the
slasher
top
fan,
3. Everyone knows the top 3.
yeah,
Maybe 4 with Candyman.
I'd say easily yeah. Jason,
Not everyone knows Candyman.
Freddy, Michael Myers, Leatherface.
Oh, I thought we were talking slashers. I don't consider Texas.
You don't consider
Chainsaw
Leatherface
slasher.
a slasher?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a family thing.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's fair.
So a slasher is a solo guy.
Yeah, and Leatherface is just actually no. We could get into that.
Right. That's for another time.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun one though.
Yeah, that sounds like someone
Okay.
are they slashers or not?
Yeah.
And especially with October coming up, you know, might be a fun little side video because we still haven't. We've just been so busy.
This will be coming out in September on the 30th.
Yeah.
We will be going into October with some fun stuff.
Oh yes, stay tuned.
So like October 6th, 7th, whatever the Monday is there.
Yeah, and maybe do some I don't know, side content because we haven't gotten into. We just finished our Twisted Television series.
We did. Yeah, we're kind of taking a break from that.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, but
We do have an idea for a show. If you've
Yeah.
seen the last episode of Very Indiana, you kind of get an idea of what it is.
but it's just we've also just been so busy.
I mean, yeah, we had a wedding, all that stuff. Getting you
Wedding,
married
work.
off to what's her face. If you want to see his new wife, she is in the Hot Rod episode.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the only one she's been in?
And Beetlejuice.
And oh, that's right. She did the recent Beetlejuice from a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
So
and that's his new wife.
yeah.
Well, I guess we can wrap it up there.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Great movie. Go watch it.
Yeah, solid 8 from us at the Demented Collective, and
Easy.
like, comment, subscribe, and
Yep.
as always, like Victor Crowley, stay demented.
Oh yeah.